So I feel really fortunate. My brother, as I've said in previous videos, he bought a 2022 KLR 650 Adventure and he upgraded his seat. He spent big money on a really nice upgraded Corbin seat, and his stock seat was just sitting in the garage. And so I asked him, hey, do you mind if I just take your seat and put it on my bike? I'm not a huge fan of the seat that Kawasaki put on the S, so you can see them side by side here. The one that came on my bike, the S, is on the right, and they scooped it out to give you the lower seat height. So you get a 1-inch lower seat height through the suspension, and the other inch they got by scooping out the seat. So the seat is definitely has less padding and is less comfortable than the seat on the stock KLR. So the regular KLR has a seat height of just around 34 inches, maybe a little higher. And then the S has a seat height of just about 32. So by putting the seat from the standard KLR on my S, I'm going to have a seat height right in the middle, which is actually, I believe, perfect for my height and the length of my inseam. I think my inseam's about 30.5 or 31 inches. So the regular KLR, it was just a little bit too tall for me. I could barely touch on my tippy toes at stop signs and red lights, while the S version is just a little bit too short when I'm cruising down the road. The seat to peg ratio is a little bit on the short side, and the seat has been a little bit on the uncomfortable side. So I'm encouraged that by switching to this regular KLR seat, I'm going to have a seat height right in between the two bikes. And I think that's going to be perfect for me, and the seat's going to be a lot more comfortable. Taking the stock seat off here took me about 30 seconds, if that's just 2 bolts. So I'm going to put this seat on from the regular KLR and take it for a ride and see how it goes. All right, well, there it is. It took all of like 30 seconds to put the seat on there from the standard KLR. I feel really fortunate that my brother also has a KLR, and he just happened to have his stock seat laying around in his garage. So yeah, it worked out really well. There's just so much more padding on there. And like I said, it'll give me a seat height halfway between the regular KLR and the S, which should be just about perfect for me. So yeah, time to go out and take it for a ride and see how I enjoy that additional padding. So I just went on a short ride, and wow, that is just absolutely perfect for me. The distance now between the seat and the pegs is incredibly comfortable, and I can touch the ground really well. I'm not quite flat-footed, but I'm not tippy-toed like I was either. So this in-between seat height of about 33 inches or so is really absolutely perfect for me. I'm really pleased. And this seat is just so much more comfortable than the S seat. I think that was probably my biggest criticism of the S, is that seat is so scooped out. There's just wasn't enough padding for my 52-year-old bony butt. So yeah, this worked out really, really well.